Hey, F and True followers in the YWC. F and True Wrestling, JC Styles.
Brian Crazy.
Brian Crazy.
Brian Crazy.
High five.
High five.
We are back with our TNA Destination X predictions for this coming Sunday. We'll get right into it. We're not going to dwell on anything. The first match of the night, these aren't in exact order, so bear with us, but we're just going to give our...
Just real quick, if any of you guys have been under a rock for the last 4 weeks and haven't seen what's going to happen, Destination X is going to be a pay-per-view strictly themed towards the X Division.
Exactly.
Very similar to what they did last year with the Hardcore Justice pay-per-view. You know, that was obviously an ECW reunion show. This is a X Division reunion show. The following Thursday on Impact, though, will be the Midsummer Madness, and we will see Sting versus Mr. Anderson for the world title. But we're not here for that. We're here for Destination X. So the first match, JC Styles.
The first match will be Abyss defending the X Division (Extreme) title against Brian Kendrick. Now, as of late, you know, we've kind of, I don't know if it was Brian Kendrick is trying to somehow convert Abyss into being not so much violent, more like kind of pull back on the violence. But I don't really see Brian Kendrick really standing a chance. My prediction is I want to see Brian Kendrick win the title because it needs to come back to the X Division so we can see more X Division stars actually go for the title.
I think Brian Kendrick is very worthy of a title run. I think he's been worthy since he had those great matches with Douglas Williams last year. Not that Douglas Williams isn't a great athlete and he stood out as a mat-based technical wrestler, but Kendrick is a star and he deserves to have the strap for a little bit. I think, like JC said, he is trying to turn Abyss in a sore. I don't know if it's to be less violent, but he's just saying
or trying to be at peace.
Well, he's basically saying that, you know, inside that you're not, like you said, at peace. I think that was a great way to describe it. You know, he's saying this ego is getting in the way, and, you know, the little bit of power trip he's had lately.
Exactly.
Since he's been with Immortal, Abyss is definitely, his position in Impact Wrestling has definitely been elevated. And, you know, now he's so afraid to go out in the ring without his mask. I mean, before you'd see Abyss without his mask and it wouldn't be a big deal. I would love to see Kendrick pick up the title, but I have noticed that Abyss has become a lot more agile in recent weeks.
Yeah.
Tonight was evident. He was much slimmed down. He's a leaner Abyss. He's a stronger Abyss. I think he stands a very good chance. It could go either way. I'm hoping for Kendrick, though.
The next match is Samoa Joe versus Kazarian. Now, if you've seen our last couple of videos, you know that I would have rather have seen Samoa Joe in the main event with AJ and Daniels. They could have easily put Kazarian in the Fatal 4-Way Ultimate X match, and it could have been a 5-way Ultimate X match. But I don't know. As of late, they've been trying to push Kazarian and Joe and trying, you know, kind of figure out what's going on with Joe. He's been on a little bit of a losing streak over the last couple of months. You know, we've seen segments backstage with Kazarian saying, "Joe, what's the matter? You know, you're better than this. You know, you need to reach down and pull out the real Samoa Joe." And I think this is what's really building up to this match.
Oh, Kazarian definitely lit a fire under Joe's ass. I think Kazarian wanted to face Joe. And like you said, a couple weeks ago on Impact, it was set up to look like Joe, Daniels, and AJ like a rematch from Unbreakable 2005. But Joe was pretty much left in the dark after Christopher Daniels came out into the ring. I mean, it became AJ Daniels when it was looking like AJ Joe.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of good, though, for both these competitors to be highlighted in this contest. I think Kazarian's going to bring all he's got to the table. I think Joe's going to bring all he got to the table. For a winner, Kazarian's had a lot of exposure lately. I think it would be really good for Joe if he picked up the win.
Yes. Again, like I said, you know, nothing against Kazarian. He's a fantastic athlete. I think he definitely has what it takes to take it to Joe. But like I said, Joe's been on a little bit of a losing streak, not being down with no points in the Bound for Glory series. I think this match is going to be the breakout Joe needs to get the ball rolling so he can start dominating the Bound for Glory series.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Joe, the whole program he had with the Pope earlier in the year, that kind of ended up going nowhere with the guy that was supposed to look like the guy from the Green Hornet. Yeah. But like JC said, like I just said, I think Joe needs this. For the next match of the night.
We also forgot that if you've been living under a rock, that not only is Destination X going to be a all X Division card for one night, the 6-sided ring. is coming back, and so is the Ultimate X.
Yes, and I mean, if you guys have missed this, you've been under a boulder.
Yeah, you've been in a cave with no TV.
The best thing I could
whittling a wheel, trying to put it onto a carriage.
The best thing I could liken this to is like
me.
I was thinking of
me, Brock, you, Jane, her, club smash. You know, you've been a caveman.
All right, you just totally topped what I was saying. I was thinking of like Patrick Star under the rock and SpongeBob.
Bro.
But okay. But for the
SpongeBob.
Oh man, if your cousin was here, he'd be like, ah.
But Ultimate X.
Yes, we will see Robbie E versus Shelley versus the Amazing Red versus Mr. Dilligaff himself, Shannon Moore. Now, I really thought we were going to see the big four-way match for the contract be the Ultimate X match,
yes.
But I'm kind of excited that they've taken this turn with it. I can't wait to see Shannon Moore, Amazing Red, Shelley, and especially Robbie E go at it.
You know, I was at the Crystal Mall, and I was speaking with the guy who's going to be running. For those of you that haven't watched our Impact review yet, I have my ticket already purchased. Depending on what happens if Brian's car is out of the shop, no, we're not spinning that. We are.
I happen to have two of them, and my wife takes one to work.
Exactly.
And the other one is getting fixed. So.
But
I fix most things myself, but once in a blue moon.
But I was talking with the guy, and you know, he said for the future that he plans to try to get a duo male team for the next autograph signing, which is going to be in Connecticut, Crystal Mall. If you live in the Connecticut area, in the state of Connecticut, and you live in the area, this Saturday from 1 to 3 will be Ken Anderson and Sonny signing autographs. I will be getting an autograph with both and a photo with both. Brian will be doing the same as well, depending if he can get his car out of the shop.
I did this last year at K&M. It was awesome. I had the opportunity to meet Kurt Angle and Madison Rayne. It was the first of 2 times that I was fortunate enough to get to meet Madison Rayne. If you guys don't know, the character she plays on TV is nothing like who she really is. She is a frickin' sweetheart. I imagine, you know, Ken Anderson is going to kind of have his asshole persona, but he's going to be, I can imagine he's going to be pretty damn cool to meet. And like JC said, former WWE Diva. She was the original Diva. 2011 Hall of Fame winner, Sunny, Tammy Lynn Sitch, however you say her last name.
But, like I was saying, Mike from K&M All-Stars, great guy, terrific guy. I talked with him several times, and I was talking with him, I was like, if you could get 2 guys at one time to do an autograph signing, it'd be amazing to get Robbie E. and Zack Ryder to do an autograph signing, because that would be funny as hell, because they'd both be saying who's the better fist pumper, and I think it would be classic and a lot of fun for the family. But
woo, you know it.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of good talent in this Ultimate X match, and it's kind of hard for me to pick. So I like everyone as equal in this match. 25, 25, 25, 25 equals up to 100. So I can go. This match can go either way.
I thought it equaled 105.
But I would rather like to. If I had to choose, I would like to see Robbie E, because he has been kind of swept under the rug as of late.
You know what? I've seen Robbie E live, and I mean, when you see this guy live, he is a fucking hoot, guys. You have no idea. I mean, he's a great technical wrestler. He'll take it to the ropes, and then the funniest part is when he takes a big drop, dude, he'll sit there and flop like a fucking fish. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious, and it kind of, you know, his charisma almost reminds me of The Rock.
Yeah.
And why I say that is, remember when The Rock would take a huge stunner and he would flop over and it would be just like, wow, did that man just sell that move that fucking good? And you know, not to go off subject, but I guess that was one of the big issues that they had with Andy in WWE after he made his debut. After Stone Cold stunned him and Vince hit him, I guess he didn't stay down long enough.
He didn't stay down too long, and you know, kind of like basically people were saying spit in his face, or in Vince's and Austin's face. He didn't sell the move properly.
Laurinaitis, that was...
John Laurinaitis.
That was, trying to think what wrestler he was. I mean, he's huge in the WWE. He was an incredible talent. That was Johnny Ace.
Yeah.
That was Johnny Ace.
But you know, Brian, I think they want to hear your prediction for this Ultimate X.
For the X, yes, exactly, for the Ultimate X match. This is the way I look at it. Robbie is a fantastic wrestler, regardless of what you see on TV, regardless if you like his gimmick, he is good. Shelley is good. Shelley needs this to really stand out because right now, without Sabin, he's kind of been lost in the mix.
Yeah, you know, which was kind of took a toll for the Motor City Machine Guns because for those of you that don't know, Shelley was out with I think it was a shoulder injury or an arm injury to the he was out for an injury, and his return was to come back and save Chris Sabin. And that same day that he came out and saved Chris Sabin was the same day Sabin suffered the ACL
and MCL injury. He will be out into 2012 if you guys don't know. I think this would be great to stand out for Shelley. Amazing Red, we've seen him kind of in the background as of late.
Yeah.
If they are going to turn him into more of a every week television personality, I could see him picking up the win here. Same with Shannon Moore, he's been kind of in the background, but I think Shannon Moore is really needing more in the tag team division at this point, just because there's not many teams.
No, there's not.
With Inc. and Mexican America and the British Invasion, and you're starting to get a nice mix of teams now. Beer Money, you've got 4 or 5 good teams. So I mean, it could go any way, but I kind of would prefer to see either Shelley or Robbie E pick up this, just because both those guys need more exposure.
Yeah.
Then the 4th match of the night, we're going to go into the big 4-way match for the contract. It'll be Austin Aries, who won his match 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Austin?
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago.
4 weeks, actually.
Austin Aries was, yeah, because it was Austin Aries, then Zima Zion, Low-Key, and then Jack Evans. Within the last 4 weeks,
yeah.
That was the order that they all won. They'll all be facing in the big 4-way dance to see who is going to get the contract. I'm not even going to lie, Jack Evans impressed the shit out of me tonight.
So did he. So he impressed the hell out of me tonight, especially with that 630 that he did. If I was to choose 3, I'd probably either if I was to choose the 3 out of the 4 to win, either Austin Aries, Low-Key, or Jack Evans to win.
And I think we don't want to forget about Zima Zion. I mean, he's not a talent that you guys might not be very familiar with, but what he did in that match was impressive. And you cannot forget that, but I do agree Austin Aries shined a little bit more, Low-Key a little bit more. Jack Evans definitely shined the most out of all the qualifying matches. I think any of these guys could win, and we'll see some good stuff out of them in future weeks. For the 5th match, we will go into, we have Jerry Lynn versus RVD, the whole effing show. Effing? Isn't that what they're watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, the 4 corners match tonight impressed the hell out of me. The showdown with Lynn and RVD impressed the hell out of me tonight. But I've always been more of a Jerry Lynn fan than I was an RVD fan. But they impressed the hell out of me tonight. So if it's going to be, and if tonight's 4 corners match was any indication of what we're going to see on Sunday, then the match for me can go either way. I'll be happy with either outcome.
I mean, throw on Hardcore Heaven 99, and hopefully if we see something that's even a quarter as good as that, it'll still be awesome. It'll still be one of the best contests all year.
Your predictions?
The way I see it is, RVD is going to be hanging around for a little while. Is Jerry Lynn going to be hanging around for a little while? Could this be what RVD needs to kind of push him? But I think maybe we're looking at this just a little bit wrong, just because this is more of an X Division themed pay-per-view. I don't think this really kind of fits into the total TNA picture at this point. So, other than the contract winning, the Ultimate X, and some bragging rights for the other matches, and maybe a new X Division champion, I don't think it's going to really change the week-to-week dynamic that we're seeing right now in Impact Wrestling. Not saying that they're not going to be good matches, though.
I think what the purpose of this pay-per-view is because, the X Division isn't really being shined as it was years ago.
And it's a shame.
And it's been put on the back burner. It's been put on the back burner since Hogan and Bischoff came over. And, to be honest, I mean, then they started the Immortals line, and then you saw the mid-carders kind of get not that much action on camera, and we're seeing the same feuds over and over. So the reason for this pay-per-view is because Bischoff is trying to kill trying to kill the X Division, but Mick Foley is booked this pay-per-view for everyone to know, hey, the X Division still exists.
And I think it was a great way to evolve the storyline. You got the evil Bischoff, who, if you guys remember historically, brought a lot of the cruiserweights to America. So did Paul Heyman. You got to give them both credit. but I think it's a great way to say, okay, you know, Bischoff the Evil. You know, you guys don't know really the true facts of it, that Bischoff is actually an incredible backstage...
Predictions for this match.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm getting eaten up alive, guys. If you see me bobbing back and forth, because I'm wearing shorts and mosquitoes are eating me alive.
Oh, I feel them getting at my back. My t-shirt's not that thick, so... predictions for this match could go either way. I would enjoy both competitors to win. For the main event of the night, we'll wrap this up. We have AJ going against Christopher Daniels.
If this was anything like it was last year when they were feuding for the TNA World title, we're going to have a good match.
We're going to have a great match. I like Daniels, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of partial to AJ like you are.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with me, is I like AJ and I enjoy what he does. If he has a chance to go out there and tear the house down with someone who's helped build the X Division in TNA like Daniels, the match could go either way, but I'm leaning more towards AJ to win.
Yeah,
if they could keep it friendly competition, I would like to see Daniels, but I still want to see AJ more.
Yeah, could we see a split in fortune because of this? I don't know, but I think it could turn out either way and turn out to be good. Like I said, I'm kind of favoring AJ. Not that I don't like Christopher Daniels. Daniels can win, and I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm going to be like, damn, that was still what it was. It was great, but I don't know. I'm hoping for AJ, just because I would really like to see AJ in the main event picture. But, you know, when I got into TNA, AJ was the main event picture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you kind of get used to what you've already seen. But that's about all we got for tonight. For F and True Wrestling, Brian Crazy,
JC Styles.
JC Styles.
High five.
High five.
Please check out Most Extreme Wrestling, Wrestling Revolution, The Wrestling Show. Please check out RS Seagulls for some really
Not our Seagulls.
No.
His Seagulls.
Our Seagulls for some really good tribute videos. Comment, subscribe, Adam. He's a great kid. He's going to be doing life vlogs, one every week, you know, posting day in his life. So check those out.
Oh, and I got a quick tidbit.
Also, please check out the F and True Click.
And also
on our suggested channels.
And also check out F and True Entertainment. It is our sister channel. We provide everything non-wrestling related there. Anything that you might be looking for, just for little bits of humor, news, updates, information. It is all coming. JC plug WrestlingRevolution.com. I would like to just plug a couple members of the Revolution. Me and JC recently joined. I would like to plug Zamiro Wrestles. I would like to plug Cousin Cheeto, Jerichoholic, and The Block. I mean, they're all just fantastic members. They produce great content. Please check them out. Please also check out our TNA Impact review if you have not. Our Monday Night Raw reviews if you have not. If WWE is your thing. And
also, before I do anything, before we exit this video for the night, okay, I got a comment on my video about CM Punk. Please check that out if you haven't already. But the key point is that it's gonna happen, but a spoiler is something that spoils something that hasn't happened, but we already know what's going to happen going into Money in the Bank.
You're talking about the video that says CM Punk date is ending July 18th?
WWE confirms CM Punk's July 18th departure or release.
Well, that was actually to defend you, JC Styles, that was actually a news article that WWE released because CM Punk made some homophobic remarks at an event in Australia. And WWE's been working with what's called GLAAD, G-L-A-A-D, after the whole John Cena thing earlier in the year.
The Gay Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But, okay, a spoiler consists of something that's being spoiled that has not happened. We already know that CM Punk is leaving. Whether he beats Cena or not, Vince will not allow him to leave the touch as champion. So if CM Punk wins, expect CM Punk to lose to whoever won the Raw Money in the Bank, because the fact is that Vince takes calculated risks. He's been through this in '95 when Alundra Blaze jumped ship to WCW and dropped the WWF Women's title in the trash. He didn't want the same thing happening when Brett left, so he screwed Brett over because
they already have a name for it. They already have a name for it. It's going to be the Chicago Screwjob.
Yeah.
It's already set in stone.
So, again, spoilers are something that's being spoiled that's not.
But wait a minute, we don't have Earl Hebner.
We don't have Earl Hebner, no. But we have Mike Chioda. Just saying.
Mike Chioda is the most straight arrow referee you'll ever run across.
So check that out. Also, I have some news regarding WWE 12. THQ made some announcements that was brought to my attention just Monday night or no, Tuesday night. I'm sorry. So I posted it up. So please, watch it, and don't leave asinine comments. Oh well, this is from E3 from a couple of months ago.
JC works.
I work. I don't sit in front of the computer and watch E3 for 7 hours a day.
He doesn't have a 3-hour feed. Yeah.
When the roster reveal comes out in August next month, I will be reporting that. Be reporting the news on that. So please check out our videos. Subscribe for F and True Wrestling.
Brian Crazy.
JC Styles.
JC Styles.
High five. Have a good night, and I will be ordering some TNA merchandise on Tuesday or Wednesday. So guys, let the guessing game begin, and have a good night.